Mm, mm, mm. Another one bites the dust. Mm, mm, mm. Another one bites the dust. Breaking news. Dan Rafael has reported that Jarrell Big Baby Miller has tested positive for his fight with Anthony Joshua for a substance called, I think, GW1516. I think I'm remembering that correctly. Um, you know, this fight has to be canceled, man. Bottom line, cannot go on if this is true. If he failed the test, if this is true, this fight has to be canceled. New York will not approve him for this fight. And then they say this guy was set to make $7 million or £7 million. If he blew that kind of payday over this shit, that is terrible. That is the biggest payday he'll ever see in his life. And he could have just blown it, man, if this news is true. Now, I looked into this GW1516, see what it is, see what it's about. All right. From what I read, this stuff was developed in the 90s. All right. And it was discontinued in 2007 because the shit is so risky to your health. It increases your likelihood of getting cancer. That's how dangerous the shit is. Discontinued in 2007. I was seeing the words black market associated with GW1516, as that's the only way you can get it, because it should not even be available to purchase, all right, to get from anywhere. All right, this shit is so dangerous that WADA, not VADA, but WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, sent out a notice to cyclists and athletes of how dangerous this GW1516 is. Also, I saw in a Google search that GW1516 increases or enhances athletic endurance by 70%. 70%. I read it was something I read saying that they injected this stuff into some mice, and the mice that had it ran twice as longer or twice as far or something like that. I think twice as longer as the mice that did not have it injected. You know, so it is an endurance enhancer. You know, so if Jarrell Miller was taking this stuff and he's in the gym, you know, he can work out longer. You know, he can lift longer. He can spar longer. Just, you know, I don't know how much jogging he's doing, but you know, on a treadmill longer. Endurance, man, by 70%. You know, and this will baffle me, okay? And this is me putting two and two together. All right, I read something saying that this stuff basically stays in your system or can be detected like up to 40 days after you use it. All right, now I'm thinking, why would somebody take this in a training camp or with VADA testing? Um, you know, I mean, if shit gonna be in your system for 40 days, all right. Now, this is what I'm thinking, kind of putting two and two together. I went to VADA's Facebook page and I saw where they posted, I think it was on March 13th, they posted welcoming Anthony Joshua and Jarrell Miller to the VADA program to test for their fight. March 13th now. Dan Rafael says the test that he popped positive for was on March 20th. All right. So this had to be like maybe like either the first or second test. You know, if they tested him on the 13th or right after the 13th, either then or if the 20th was the first test. All right, but still, that is, you know, I mean, you're talking about 40 days. That's what, like, that would be probably what, beginning of February or so. You know, somewhere around there, beginning of February, sometime in February, to where he could have taken this stuff and it was still lingering in the system. Now maybe, uh, if he was willingly, purposely doing this to get an advantage, maybe he was off on the clearance time. But if he's done it in the past, he should know. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. All right, the fight is on June 1st. Let's see. Maybe he was thinking that it would be 8 weeks of testing, and that testing would not begin until let's see, what April 1st. All right, instead of in March, maybe he was thinking that testing would not begin until April, because there would have been like an 8 week testing window, and then surprise, surprise, he got tested before April. Now that's just kind of what I'm thinking maybe could have happened, because if this stuff lingers in your system for that long, why would you even attempt to use this stuff? You know, he could have done this way, like I said, way back in February, and the shit could have lingered in the system, and it did not clear. And then when they did the first VADA test, with one of the first VADA tests, I don't know if it was the first or not, on March 20th, he popped for it. If this is true, Dan Rafael reporting, he said that 3 sources confirmed that this information. And I went to his box rec. He is not enrolled in the clean boxing program. Not subject to the random year-round VADA testing. So what I've been saying all along, guys not subjected to year-round random VADA testing. They could do these kind of things between fights, and when it's time for a fight, they can sign up for VADA and try to be cycled off and pass tests. If he was just caught off guard with when they started testing, or if he was just off on the cycling time, which he shouldn't be if he's used it before, or if he has some competent advice, then he shouldn't have failed it, and he wouldn't have failed it, and nobody would have never known, because the guy is not in the clean boxing program. I would think I think he's in the WBA top 15, so he should be in the fair boxing program. But which I don't know what's going on with the fair boxing program. I don't really hear much about it. I want to look into that more, but this is bad, man. This is bad. This fight is gonna be canceled. They're not gonna let AJ get in and fight this guy when he failed the test. And like I said, New York won't even license the guy. I know they won't. They can't. They just can't. So expect a replacement shortly for for this fight. Hell, if Dillian White, if you are smart, you would step up and take this fight. You would take this $6-7 million purse that they were giving Jarrell Miller, and you will fight at MSG for these belts. Still don't have an opponent. Fucked up, man. Don't have an opponent. Don't have the bigger payday. Not fighting for world titles. Because he was being too greedy, man. When he is not a world champion and has not been a world champion. Just headline 2 pay-per-views, and he wants the big slice of the pie. Dillian White, you better step up and take this fight, man. If you are smart, I think Eddie would probably be the first person Eddie thinks to call. Offer him the same money, and he can fight for these titles at MSG, man. But Jarrell Miller, if this is true, if he was willing to doing this shit, he fucked up. And this don't seem like the kind of stuff that you would, ingest in a tainted supplement, man. This stuff, seems like you gotta see certain people, like some backroom shit, some dark backroom shit, undercover shit, to get GW 1516, something that was discontinued in 2007, because it's so dangerous, So, I think that's it, man. I just want to come on and talk about it real quick. Looked into it, and Jarrell Miller got some explaining to do. It's the guys that's pointing the finger, like Jarrell Miller pointing the finger at Anthony Joshua, calling him a cheat, like Billy Joe pointing the finger, calling Canelo a cheat and other people cheats. These guys failing tests, man. Also, both were not enrolled in the clean boxing program. So I think that's it, guys. If I miss anything, I'll put a link in or leave a comment in the comment section. But big news. Let me know what you think about it. This was a hype fight, a well-built fight. Had been built for a while. It's been promoted heavily, and Jarrell Miller was set to make a shitload of money, and apparently he has blown it, man. If this news is true, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.